welcome to Intuitive Moon Tarot. For those of you that are new, my name is Jen, and I am an intuitive reader. I have another you versus them. What is going on in this connection? Pick a card reading for you today. So we have two decks to choose from, deck A or deck B. You do want to go where you're most intuitively drawn. It's helpful if you can quiet your mind. Bring your person to the front of your mind and ask with me, please Tarot, please Universe, give me some clarity and insight into this connection. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you need more time, please feel free to pause the video. All right, deck A. So as always, you guys, please just take what resonates and leave what does not. Keep in mind, these are general readings. If you do want something that's more in-depth and personal to you, please take a look at the description box and you can get all the information on how to reach out to me and pricing for a private reading. So, and if you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know that my energy is appreciated. Let me know if this resonated with you. I love to hear from all of you. Right off the bat, we have the Hanged Man, the Three of Cups, and the Two of Wands for our first energy. For our second energy, we have the Ten of Pentacles, King of Swords, and the Lovers. And our Love Oracle card is Spiritual Connection. This is a beautiful and extremely powerful card. It says here, this relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. Let me take a look here at the cards and see what I'm feeling. Give me just a second. And I'm a little under the weather, so I'm sorry if my voice is raspy. I appreciate you being patient with me. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm seeing a decision that needs to be made. One party here has a decision to make about their future, about how to move forward with their future. I do see in the more recent past, this person was pretty reluctant to make any decisions. This person was just kind of suspended in time here with the Hanged Man. You can see the expression on his face. And please keep in mind, male, female, it doesn't matter. We all have masculine and feminine energy. So please don't get caught up on the sexes of the cards. However, I do see somebody here that was very overwhelmed by having to make this decision or face their future in a sense. And we have the Three of Cups here, which can talk about celebration, coming together with friends and family, partying, things of that nature. It can also be a third-party card, usually more so when it's in the reverse. But when I see the Two of Wands, that, when we have two here, this can talk about a decision between two people, two different types of lifestyles. There is some kind of a decision here that needs to be made, whether that's between two love connections or just their priorities, what direction they're going to take moving forward. For some of you, again, this is general, so I will get a couple different storylines, but for some of you, what I'm picking up is this person gets a lot of their emotional fulfillment from outside sources. Like they may be very popular or network or, like to go out, be in the social scene, the party scene, something of that nature. And they get a lot of emotional fulfillment that way. And so they're not necessarily longing to be in a relationship. They're not necessarily dependent on a relationship. For others of you, I do see that there may have been interest in one or more people. Like maybe they're having a difficult time wanting to settle down. They're still trying to keep their options open. But I do see them shifting into an energy here in the near future of making long-term decisions, of, trying to look away from their demons, trying to get away from the things that aren't going to serve their long-term greater good, their future potential here. This person trying to be strong and look away from the things that don't serve them and really kind of get in that energy of what's going to be best for me. I'm also getting somebody here is concerned about what other people are going to think about this connection, whether that's leaving this connection, so this could be you or them, or entering into this connection, leaving another connection or type of lifestyle to commit to this. But there's somebody here that has a concern about what other people are going to think, how this is going to be perceived from their friends and their family if they either pursue this connection or leave this connection. But it's something that weighs heavily on this person. For our second energy over here, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is kind of somebody who is stable, somebody who is grounded, somebody who knows what they want, especially when we see that paired with the King of Swords. The King of Swords just doesn't take any BS, right? He can be very logical. Again, he, she, it doesn't make any difference. This person can be very logical. This person, I think, is kind of laying down the law and saying, hey, you need to decide what it is that you want. I'm not going to play these games anymore. I want to move forward. This person wants a long-term connection. This person wants a partner. This person wants to have that deep mental, physical, emotional, out of this world, spiritual connection here. This person is saying, hey, look, I feel like we're soulmates. I feel like this is destined to be. This is something that I really want. I'm ready for this. I'm grounded. I'm in a very confident energy. I've accomplished a lot of my goals. I know what direction I'm going in. And I'm trying to look at this from a logical perspective. But I want to cut out the BS. I don't want to play these games anymore. You need to decide what your priorities are. Wow. That was a lot right off the bat there. So I'm going to pull some clarifiers here as well. See what else I'm picking up for you. But yeah, I see, I think this first party understands the value of whoever this is over here. I think they understand this person has a lot to offer. And I think that they've been very attracted to, sorry, I have a dog groaning in the background, so just ignore any background noise if you can. A lot of pets. So yeah, I do see that this person is, I think this second energy is a little bit intimidating to this first energy as well. And especially in this new energy, this new position that they're taking of just saying, okay, this is where I'm at. I'm grounded here. I'm not swaying in my decisions. I've made up my mind about what I want. I kind of feel like this is like I'm moving forward with or without you. I'm ready to have a connection. I'm ready to have a soulmate. You need to decide what you want. And I do think that kind of pushes this person out of this Three of Cups energy of getting their emotional fulfillment, either from getting a lot of attention from more than one person, from maybe two different connections being entertained here, or even someone who's just getting emotional fulfillment from just socializing and partying. And now they're like, okay, I understand that I've got to look, to what's going to be best for my future. So I do think you or them, whoever this is over here, the second energy, shifting into this King of Swords, no more BS, I'm stable, I'm grounded, I'm at a good place. Once that person, takes that position and makes it very clear what they want, this person is going to attract this into their world and it's going to have a spiritual connection either way because they're taking on that energy of self-love, confidence, focusing on what's important to them. The other person I think just isn't quite there yet. I think somebody here is ahead of the other person. Please clarify here the Three of Cups. Please, universe, please, tarot. Clarify the Three of Cups. Why is the Three of Cups here in the present energy for this first party? Please, tarot, please, universe. Clarify the Three of Cups. Yeah, I do see the second energy here as being somebody that's very desirable, somebody that is very well respected, somebody intelligent, somebody quick-witted. We have the Three of Cups being clarified by the Three of Cups. in reverse. Okay, you guys. Yeah, so there is a possibility that there is, two love connections being entertained or numerous options being entertained. It doesn't specifically have to be just between two people. This doesn't have to be an affair or cheating. It could be. That's definitely possible. But this is just kind of having this imbalance of energy and having to be willing to give something up, whether that's just prioritizing their family and their future and getting over partying or entertaining numerous options, whether that's leaving a connection that they've kind of been tied to, a karmic connection, to move into this soulful connection with you or you with them, depending on which side is resonating with you. But yeah, there's definitely something here that this person needs to release. And I do see in the recent past they were very reluctant to do that. And that has kind of put this connection on hold. But I do see that energy shifting. I see whoever this second energy is, once they are taking on that stand, that stance, the other person kind of moves accordingly. I just keep hearing, like, we teach people how to treat us, right? So regardless, if this is you in the second energy, you are going to be attracting a soulmate into your world, something that is meaningful, deep, emotionally fulfilling, but you do need to stay in that energy of being logical, of not letting your heart, pull you in a direction that isn't going to be good for you. You need to take a stand. You need to be grounded and confident in where you're at. Or they need to do that with you. Maybe you're the one who's wishy-washy and keeping your options open and not sure what you're supposed to do. But I am seeing between these two parties, whoever it is that you came to this reading with in mind, there is a spiritual connection here. This is something that is very powerful. This is something that is fated. Does that mean it's meant to be forever? Only you know. But I do see that somebody's going to be shifting their energy here. Please, Tarot. Please, universe. Clarify the King of Swords. Why is the King of Swords here for the second? Well, we have two. The Empress and the Page of Pentacles coming in to clarify the King of Swords for our second energy. So when we talk about the Empress, we just talk, and again, when I see the Empress here next to this beautiful energy in the Ten of Pentacles, I just see somebody, again, that is very alluring, very desirable, somebody that has a lot of future potential. This is somebody who can be a beautiful mother energy, a nurturing energy, a very earthy energy. Somebody that just has so much to offer. It's just somebody very attractive, but also slightly intimidating. So it's like this conflicted, like nurturing, but also very intimidating. Talk about the Page of Pentacles. We can talk, this can be new creative energy. This can be a little bit of a younger energy, or somebody that might be a little bit immature. So I feel like that person, I do feel like the King of Swords is saying you have to make a decision between being in this younger, more immature energy and doing things that you're not prioritizing correctly, not prioritizing me or a connection or whatever this may be. Whether this is even someone that just likes to go out and blow money. It doesn't have to be a third party. It definitely can be, with the Three of Cups here in reverse and the Three of Cups here twice with the Two of Wands. But again, it could just be somebody who is being irresponsible or being disconnected or stepping outside of the connection for emotional fulfillment elsewhere, getting attention on social media or seeking attention from other people or other things instead of really putting their efforts and their time and attention into this connection. I do see this as an established connection, or, somebody, this isn't like new energy. This is somebody that, this is somebody you've at least been associating with or talking to long enough to be at a place where you're like, hey, it's time to stop with the games. It's time to make, to make future decisions. It's time to move forward one way or another. You need to choose between being in this young, creative, flighty, free-spirited energy and having the Empress, having the ultimate partner here. What's it going to be? All right, guys, I'm going to pull a surrender card for you. Then I am going to move forward. I'm running a little bit low on energy. I know you guys have noticed I've been MIA. Had a lot of transformation and things going on in my personal energy over the last several months. And so I'm not somebody who can fake this or push through it. I'm either feeling it and I'm inspired and the messages flow, or they don't. And so I do want to give you clear, honest, genuine messages. So in order to do that, I just can't push myself. So I appreciate all of you that are still here, and those of you that are back. Please, Tarot, please, universe. What does my viewers need to surrender in this connection? Please, Tarot, please, universe. What do my viewers for deck A need to surrender in this connection? Apologize for that, you guys. Nothing. Wow. Are you guys being stubborn? Is that what this is? Please, Tarot, what do my viewers need to surrender? Oh. Surrender to your intuition. Tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. Beautiful. So I think you guys kind of have a pretty good idea of what's going on in this connection. I know it's wonderful to come, to your tarot readers for guidance and insight and enlightenment. But usually what we're here to do is help you see what you already know. You are clearly somebody who is very intuitive. Your inner voice is trying to speak to you about this connection. So you just need to listen. And if you came here to ask if there's a third-party situation, this is saying, again, to pay very close attention to your intuition. Don't rule out that possibility in the event you're dealing with somebody who's being very standoffish or shady. But again, it may just be a priorities issue. So I hope that this was helpful to you. Thanks for being patient with me as I get back into the flow of things. Please let me know if this resonated. And again, if I can help you with a personal reading, go to the description box and get in touch with me via email. Love and light. Okay, for those of you that selected deck B, please just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you want a more in-depth personal reading, all the information on how to reach out to me as well as the pricing will be in the description box below. If you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know my energy is appreciated. So let's jump right into this. For our first party, we have the World card, the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Nine of Swords, and for our second party, we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Wheel of Fortune. And for our overall love oracle advice, we have be authentic to who you are. You are asked to be real and true pertaining to who you are and how you feel. This is beautiful. I love the message here as well as the energy from this card. It's a reminder to stay connected, to yourself. Listen to yourself. Honor your energy. Don't lose yourself in a connection with anybody. So let me look over these cards for just a minute and see what I'm feeling. Wow. So for our first party, I see somebody here who in the more recent past, I want to say, went through a major transformation. There was a big shift for for this person, whether this is you or your person of interest. Somebody here went through a major transformation. This was a soul-searching time. This was a lot of changes in their environment, in their life, internally, whatever that means for you or for them. There was a big change, a substantial amount of growth and transformation here. This is somebody who really got in touch with themselves, took the time to honor their energy, kind of knew who they were, and just came to a really peaceful, connected, grounded place. However, shifting into our more current energy, we've got the Queen of Wands in reverse. And traditionally speaking, the Queen of Wands in reverse can just be somebody who is not easily swayed, somebody who's being a little bit more introverted, somebody who's confident in who they are, someone who's strong-willed. But I'm kind of feeling a little bit of a different energy in this reading. Sorry guys, I have pets, so don't mind the background noise. But the Queen of Wands here in reverse, I'm kind of feeling this energy of, I'm feeling like you're losing that sense of self, or they're losing that sense of self. This is more of like a stubborn, rigid, frustrated type of energy that I'm feeling here. And due to that shift, this is creating a lot of anxiety. When we talk about the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Swords talks about anxiety, it talks about sleepless nights, it talks about being distressed, frustrated. You can see here the energy of this Queen of Wands in reverse. I feel like this is almost being too rigid or stubborn in a sense. And I think that's coming from a place of just being anxious and overwhelmed and maybe a little overstimulated is what I'm getting. There could have been some conflict here, whether this was mental internal conflict for this person. Maybe they're struggling with some mental illness here, in the form of anxiety, PTSD, or this could be external stress and battles. There could be a lot of fighting and conflict in this connection, and it's just thrown this person out of that place that they worked so hard to get to, and it shifted them from this energy kind of into this energy, and it's yeah, I feel like somebody who is really grounded and in touch with who they are, and in a really peaceful place, and went through a significant transformation due to some kind of a conflict, whether it's internal or it's mental illness or it's external conflict or fighting in this connection, is now just kind of isolating themselves and losing their sense of self. This is becoming a really big struggle, and it's causing a big disconnect here. Shoot. Maybe you even met somebody and you were like, hey, in the beginning I was so drawn to this person and attracted to this person because they were just such a peaceful energy for me, and they just kind of seemed like they really had it together and they were grounded, and it was just such an attractive quality, and something just switched. Or maybe this is you. Maybe you were in that space, and due to all these external circumstances or whatever struggles you have going on, you feel like you've just shifted out of balance, and it's really causing you a lot of anxiety, and it's kind of causing you to isolate yourself. I just see someone who's like, I don't want to fight anymore. Whether this is fighting your own internal mental battles. When we talk about swords, we talk a lot of intellectual energy. There could be a little bit of depression going on here through one of the people in this party. And you may not even be aware of this. If this is the other person and not you, you know, they may be coming across as really confident and strong and, you know, in the traditional Queen of Wands energy. But I feel like there's something here that is, it's really bothering them. And then we switch over here to our other energy, and we've got our other party. We have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is just being really focused. It's focusing on a task and mastering that task or that skill. It's being very dedicated. It's putting in the work. This can be somebody who's just really, well, when we move over to the Chariot, really driven. I see somebody here that has really a lot of willpower, a lot of strength, is really dedicated. Somebody who somebody who's willing to put the work in to reap the benefits. But I think whoever this party is, they kind of started out really focused and driven on mastering this skill. And this could be within the relationship, or this could just be some external circumstance. This could be, you know, something to do with their education. We talk about pentacles. A lot of times we're talking about earth energy. So this could be even within their career. This may even be someone who can't multitask. You or someone you're dealing with may be so hyper-focused on mastering a skill or on their career that the other person is just feeling like it's throwing them out of balance. Like this connection there's a disconnect here. I do see the second party shifting into an energy of having to make a decision. I see this person is very driven, has a lot of willpower, has a lot of strength, but there's a critical decision that needs to be made here. This is kind of like, I don't know if this is heart over ego or if this is like mind over heart or heart over mind, but there's some kind of a pull, an internal conflict going on here. You can see this with the black horse and the white horse, and they're both kind of pulling in different directions. And so it's really important that whoever this person is stays focused on what's most important to them and their priorities, because this is a critical time when we're moving into the Wheel of Fortune. This can go either way. So if this person stays on their path to being authentic to who they are, what drives them, what is, you know, where their passion lies, what's going to be best for their long-term goals and future, they are going to bring about good karma, good fortune. They're going to be on top of the wheel. This is going to be something beautiful that they create. However, it can go in the opposite direction as well. This is a card, a card that talks a lot about karma. What goes around comes around. So, you know, whatever direction this person is being pulled in, the advice here for whoever this is within this connection is to make the decision that is the closest to your heart, you know, to be authentic to who you are. Be real about your feelings, where your heart is, what's going to be best for you. You know, stay strong, keep your willpower, keep moving in the right direction, because there is going to be karma at the end of this. And you can see this beautiful harmony between the sun and the moon. These are opposite energies, right? Much like the two horses. We've got the black and the white energy. We've got them pulling in different directions. But what it results in here in the more near future is a balance, a harmonious balance between the sun and the moon, the dark and the light, learning how to come together. They fit together perfectly here. This is a beautiful picture. Somebody needs to stay on track, and somebody else needs to get themselves back to a place of, you know, inner peace, of feeling grounded, of, you know, whatever it is that made that person feel peaceful and secure and connected. I think this party over here is isolated in some sense. And I'm not saying they're locked away in their room and they're just, you know, but I'm just saying this person is a lot more introverted than normal. Even if they're making appearances out in public, they're still kind of keeping more to themselves, maybe not saying too much, just staying very much in their own energy. The Queen of Wands in the upright just makes such a strong impression. She's so passionate. She makes a huge first impression, and she's just so powerful. So when we see her in reverse, I think this person is kind of pulling back into themselves, and probably because they're dealing with some, you know, external struggles or some internal mental conflict. And so I think I'm going to pull some clarifying cards here just to kind of get a little bit more information. Please Tarot, please, universe. What can you tell me about the Queen of Wands in reverse? Please, Tarot, please, universe. What can you tell me about the Queen of Wands in reverse? Please clarify. Oh, we have the Knight of Wands. So again, this is a lot of fire energy. This is a very passionate energy. The Knight of Wands is impulsive. He's not always the most, he doesn't always think his decisions through. He's very impulsive. He's one of the fastest moving knights in the deck. It's kind of like act now, think later, right? I think this person, is just out of balance and is not being authentic to who they are. This person is maybe acting impulsively or making irrational decisions or feeling irrational. Maybe even just spitting things off, saying things that are hurtful. Please clarify the Knight of Swords. Please clarify the Knight of Swords. Why is the Knight of Swords here for our first party? Please, Tarot. Please, universe. Give me some more insight into the Knight of Swords. Why is this person in the Knight of Swords energy? Yeah, this is a reminder, if this first party gets too far off track and out of balance and out of touch with who they are and leaves that place of being connected to themselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, that peaceful, that inner peace that they had, worked so hard to obtain, whatever transformation as they went through, if they shift too far into this impulsive, this is like a self-destruction is what I'm seeing here. It's just reminding you to, really think things through, stay true to who you are, remember what's important to you, or this could be for them. Just pick whichever side resonates. But this is a reminder not to make impulsive decisions, to stay true to who you are, to, calm yourself down if you're upset or feeling overly passionate, and bring yourself back to that place. We've got the Page of Pentacles here, so this can be a little bit, pages are sometimes a little immature, or they could even be a little bit younger, but the Page of Pentacles is a little bit of a creative energy. Somebody who's in the process of learning still, and so I think there is going to be some, new, renewed, youthful, passionate, creative energy. Sorry guys, I'm just listening. I'm getting conflicting messages, so I'm just trying to sort this out so that I can make sure I'm making sense to you. This person may be acting impulsively, this first party here right now, just acting on their passions, acting on their impulses, just out of balance, like I was saying. And I think that this is, saying we need to get you back to this grounded. Pentacles are earth energy, they're grounded energy. You need to get focused back on what's important to you. You need to kind of let sleeping dragons lie. This is putting to rest internal demons. I can see it here. You can see this dragon here is asleep, and she's just kind of mastered that. And this is not the typical meaning of this card. This is why sometimes I need to stop and just listen and make sure I don't get ahead of myself just spouting off, you know, the general meanings of these cards, because I am an intuitive reader and I do get messages that sometimes are a little conflicting with what I know to be the general meanings of the cards. But again, we see the owl here, major transformation. This is putting your demons to rest. Somebody needs to overcome these things and come out of this Nine of Swords energy, come out of this anxious energy, get back to their passions, not make impulsive decisions, balance themselves out, be authentic to who they are. So there may be a struggle in this connection because of that type of energy. I'm sorry that took me a minute, you guys. Thanks for being patient with me. I'm a little under the weather, so I'm sorry if my voice is nasally and I'm a little slow here. Please clarify the Chariot. Please Tarot. Please Universe. King of Wands. So again, very, very passionate, strong energy. So this is about, making sure this is a very driven person with a lot of willpower, and you need to make sure that you stay on track. Whoever this is, there is something that's pulling them. There is something, whether it's internally or externally, that's trying to drive them off their course here. And this is a very strong reminder that you've put a lot of work into this. Put a lot of work into mastering whatever this is, whether it's the relationship or whether this is yourself and your own self-love and confidence. And this is a reminder to stay on the right path. There's a decision that there's two different conflicting energies pulling this person right now. And this is a reminder you are a very strong, passionate, confident person who's very driven. Make sure your passions are being used in the right way. Especially if this is within the connection, if you're being kind of pulled outside the connection. I don't want to say a cheating energy, but this person may be being pulled too far in one direction, like for their career, and not focusing enough on their family or their partner. This person may be being, pulled towards other things that aren't necessarily as healthy for the connection. And this is a reminder, whoever this is a strong, powerful, passionate person, and they need to stay on track. I just keep hearing, stay on your path, stay on track. Stay on your path to being authentic to who you are and how you truly feel, because you're moving into this Wheel of Fortune energy. And this goes one of two ways. This is karma, you guys. So whoever this is, I feel like we have two really passionate people here, two really fiery people here, possibly two even stubborn people here. But I think authentically, this first party is actually a very calm, peaceful, balanced, genuine soul. I think the second party is a very driven, hardworking, powerful person. We just have to make sure that all of these energies are being used the right way, because passion can go one of two ways. We can have this beautiful, good passion that brings two people together and makes for a very happy, successful power couple, or we can have passion that turns into stubbornness and, fighting, and it just a disconnect. Both parties here are being reminded to be authentic to who they are, to stay on the right path, not act on impulses. I feel like both people may even be being pulled in opposite directions in some sense. Wow. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry if that was confusing. This is a little bit of a interesting read. It's not quite as clear as our first one here. What I'm feeling is this is a complicated situation. So we're going to get a surrender card for you. And I am going to keep this short and sweet since I'm running a little low on energy, being sick. Surrender to your full power. What I say, this person is a beautiful, powerful person. This Queen of Wands, when it's in the upright, just makes an incredible first impression. And again, King, Queens, you know, don't pay any attention to the sexes of the cards. We all have masculine and feminine energy. But you can see here, this is just like strong, powerful, but again, the Knight of Wands can be impulsive, can act now, think later. This is a reminder to stay balanced, to stay grounded, just, you know, to remember who you are and what's important to you, and remember what you've been through. Stay on top. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. So it's like here, somebody was mastering something, whether this was mastering this relationship or mastering something within their career or just mastering their own, you know, internal or spiritual stuff. And now they're kind of in this very strong, someone with a lot of willpower, someone with a lot of force. And this person is coming with a lot of force behind them. But this is a reminder that you're very powerful, moving quickly. Make sure you choose the right path. And the right path is going to be the path that is most authentic to who you truly are and how you feel. Be honest with yourself. Only you know how you feel. Only you know what's going to be best. This is your life. Don't worry about what other people are going to think or what's best for everybody else. Obviously, we got to take other people's feelings and emotions into account here, but this is really important that you remember who you are and what you've worked for, and that you surrender to your full power. This is an incredibly powerful person. You know, in my other deck, the King of Wands is kind of almost hiding behind his pride, and he's hiding behind this lion. And it's like he looks very confident, but he's not so sure of himself. And you can see this King of Wands, same thing, taking back their power. Taming the beast, staying on the right path, not losing themselves in this connection, not losing, there needs to be a balance here, and there needs to be, someone needs to deal with some internal conflicts, some anxieties, possibly things that they're allowing things from the past to hold them back or make them feel trapped, if just thrown off their energy. So I hope this was helpful to you guys. I'm sorry this is a little all over the place. Just getting back into the swing of things, and I'm a little low on my energy. But I appreciate you being here with me. If you are returning, thank you for your loyalty. And if you are new, again, like and subscribe and let me know how this reading resonated with you. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me. Love and light.